Tyson Fury vs. Deontay Wilder 3 live fight updates, results, highlights from 2021 boxing card. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder will look to settle things once and for all when their intense trilogy Saturday night at T-Moblie Arena. Fury's WBC heavyweight championship will be on the line after battling to a split draw in their first meeting in 2018, which featured one of the most iconic survivals of a knockdown in boxing history. Fury dominated Wilder and stopped him in the 7th round in their 2020 rematch. The trilogy was originally set for later that year, but the COVID-19 pandemic derailed those plans. After more than a year of mudslinging, accusations, and arbitration, Fury and Wilder will meet one last time. The winner will have a chance to make history and chase the dream of becoming the division's first undisputed champion in over 2 decades, while the loser will be history. Sporting News is tracking live fight updates and round-by-round highlights from Tyson Fury vs. Deontay Wilder 3 and the entire undercard. Follow for complete results from the 2021 heavyweight boxing trilogy fight. Tyson Fury vs. Deontay Wilder 3 live updates, highlights. Robert Helenius dominates Adam Kownacki, stops him in 7, 10, 9 p.m. Well, that's all she wrote. Kownacki continued to hit Helenius low, or at least that's what it looked like. After a low blow, the referee pulled him aside and stopped the fight. It's ruled a TKO at the 2:38 mark. I guess. Very strange ending. 10 at 4 p.m. This is terribly one-sided. Kownacki ate a brutal amount of punishment and offered little to return in the 6th round. His corner might have to make a decision sooner than later to save their fighter from absorbing more damage. 9:55 p.m. It's not looking good for Kownacki after 3 rounds. He's getting hit whenever he rolls forward and has yet to land anything of significance while his eye is swelling in a hurry. Kownacki gets nailed with a hard 2-punch combination and stumbles back late in the 3rd. He responds by hitting Helenius directly in the low-hanging fruit. Maybe that's his only chance. 9:45 p.m. Helenius cracks Kownacki hard with a combination to open the fight. I don't know if Kownacki thought he had a bad night before, but he better get on his game. Helenius just rocked Kownacki with a hard right hand. He's beating him up in the 1st round. Yikes. 9:40 p.m. Up next is Robert Helenius vs. Adam Kownacki. Kownacki was knocked out in the 4th round last March in a massive upset. Kownacki is seeking revenge, but Helenius isn't here for it. Jared Anderson dusted Vlad Tereshkin in 2 rounds. 9:30 p.m. Well, that didn't take long. After a feeling-out round, Anderson put his foot on the gas and pounced on Tereshkin. A barrage of punches left Tereshkin defenseless, and the stoppage came at 2:51. That's how you do what you're supposed to do. 9:10 p.m. We're kicking off the PPV with Jared Anderson vs. Vlad Tereshkin. Anderson is 9-0 with 9 knockouts, and many see him as a future champion. Will he prove that he's on his way with his performance tonight? He's a 12-1 favorite. Expect a knockout. 9:06 p.m. The all-heavyweight PPV card is about to begin. Jared Anderson vs. Vlad Tereshkin, Robert Helenius vs. Adam Kownacki, Efa Jagba vs. Frank Sanchez, and finally, Tyson Fury vs. Deontay Wilder. Edgar Berlanga survives knockdown to win unanimous decision. Scores 96-93, 96-93, and 96-93. 8:58 p.m. This fight goes the distance. Berlanga should get the win, but there's going to be a lesson learned moving forward, and his team better plug the holes in his game before a better fighter gets to him. 8:52 p.m. Kosers just knocked Berlanga down with a short right hand to the temple. Whoa. Berlanga's up and Kosers jumps on him. Berlanga is saved by the bell. Oh, 1 round left. 8:49 p.m. So you're trying to figure out what this means for Berlanga and his power. Kosers was knocked out by Billy Joe Saunders in 2019. Saunders was never known as a big puncher. Berlanga needs to set up his power better. He still has the 9th and 10th round to finish Kosers, but he hasn't had him in any serious trouble yet. 8:39 p.m. Kosers cracks Berlanga with a blistering 2-punch combination in the 6th round that briefly wobbles the undefeated fighter. This is happening because Berlanga is actively trying to get the knockout and leaving himself open to counters. He's still winning this fight pretty handily, but a better fighter will take full advantage of this if he's not careful. 8:31 p.m. The 1st round knockout threat of Berlanga seems to have disappeared with the step up in competition, but he's still winning this fight with Kosers pretty handily through 4 rounds. 8:17 p.m. We're ringside for Fury Wilder 3, and knockout artist Edgar Berlanga is looking to add another body to his growing graveyard of boxing corpses. Can Marcelo Esteban Cocer survive? Fury vs. Wilder. Restart time. Event start 7 p.m. ET, 4 p.m. PT. PPV main card 9 p.m. ET, 6 p.m. PT. PPV main event 11 p.m. ET, 9 p.m. PT. Approx. Tyson Fury vs. Deontay Wilder 3 will take place Saturday, October 9. Coverage will begin with a pre-show at 7 p.m. ET, followed by the undercard at 7:30 p.m. ET. The pay-per-view main card is set to begin at 9 p.m. ET. Expect Fury and Wilder to make their ring walks for the main event between 11 p.m. and midnight ET.